What's up, busters? So something I've been seeing a lot is YouTubers and streamers getting exposed for tickling minors. You know, you had Dr. Disrespect and now you have Cody Ko. Yes, recent accusations that came out against Cody Ko for allegedly hooking up with Tana Mongeau when she was 17 and he was 25. Yes, he was 25 and he had relations with a 17-year-old. That is nearly a 10-year age gap. That is fucking disgusting. But I'll be honest with you, me being a YouTuber, I'm a bit worried. What if I tickle a minor? I mean, yeah, not on purpose, but what if I accidentally do it? I know I'm a minor myself, but still, I'm worried I'll get accidentally swept into this wave of minor tickling. I'll try my best not to tickle my... I'm not even gonna finish that fucking sentence. I probably just lost so many goddamn subscribers there. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna tickle any minors, I promise. But anyways, in all seriousness, if you're wondering what happened, Tana Mongeau and Cody were at a party where they were, getting a little funky. And one of Tana Mongeau's friends came up to Cody and was like, hey, look, she's 16. You probably shouldn't do this. He said, okay, acted like he gave a shit, but in all actuality, he didn't give a shit at all. And well, let's just say the night continued and you know where it went. Now, I believe this happened in like 2015 or so, give or take. I'm pretty sure that was right around the time that Tana Mongeau was starting to pop off on YouTube. I'm not exactly sure. I never really watched her content, I don't think. I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever watched a single Tana Mongeau video. I've heard about all the wacky ass shit she's done, but I wouldn't say that all of the shit she's done justifies, statutory R word on anyone, regardless of how many mistakes they've made in the past. The video we're going to be taking a look at is one from a creator known as Wallace, where he talks about the situation. I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts. So, without further ado, let's just get into this wackadoodle shit.
Alright, Cody, let's have an uncomfortable conversation. Someone has been alleging for years now that you, one of the largest commentary creators on YouTube, knowingly committed a crime against her when she was a minor. But YouTubers and viewers alike are ignoring and discrediting these allegations solely because the person making them happens to be an unlikable woman online, Tana Mongeau.
I do agree, Tana Mongeau is not the best person on this platform, but I don't think that should govern the hiding of an event like this. And I understand, the argument could be made, well, Tana was 17, so it wasn't technically, our word since there was consent. But that aside, it's still really weird to do that with a 17-year-old when you're 25. That is like, what, an 8-year age gap? Like, you're 8 years older than that person. That is just weird as fuck, with or without consent. I mean, yeah, without consent it'd be like 1,000 times worse, but still, it's still weird regardless of how you slice it. There's no way to look at this and be like, you know what, it's okay. It's still really weird. The age gap is just too large in my opinion. I mean, if it was like maybe like a 3 or maybe quite possibly a 4, that would be, a little bit better. But 8 years is a long goddamn time.
I'm not here to accuse you of committing a crime in this video because I can't do that based on someone else's allegations. Nobody can definitively take these allegations as proof, but at the same time, they should still be looked at and not treated as an open secret and swept under the rug like you've been doing for so many years now. And from the way the situation keeps popping up more and more often, it's clear that there's only so much rug sweeping you can do before people start taking a closer look at things. So let's take a closer look. We both know that Tana Mongeau is a YouTube personality with a history of lies, controversy, and genuinely problematic behavior that's become so entangled with her brand that her podcast is called Cancelled with Tana Mongeau. And speaking of this podcast, about a month ago, she hosted a live episode in front of an audience, and the conversation turned to you.
Who's the smallest you've ever had sex with?
Oh my god, no one look at me, Cody Ko. I can say that. I was literally 17. I can say that.
This clip started making the rounds and people were understandably perturbed because if Tana Mongeau was 17, you would have been 25. So people started speculating and Tana decided to set the record straight.
I hooked up with Cody Ko when I was 17 and he was 25.
She claims that not only were you fully aware of her age at the time, but someone even tried to stop you and you went ahead anyway.
There was a situation with Gabby Hanna at a playlist live where she pulled him aside and told him like, yo, she's 17. And then we still went and hooked up.
I know I touched on this a bit in the intro, but I want to say a little bit more. How fucking retarded do you have to be if you get told she is 17, yet you still go along with the hookup? That's just fucking retarded. It would have been different if you didn't know how old she was, but still, you were 25 and she was 17 and you got told she was 17. It's not like you were some young buck out of college with no brains. You were 20 fucking 5 years old. You understood right from wrong and you could have understood, hey, look, this is probably disgusting as fuck. I probably shouldn't do this. But no, I guess you're just fucking retarded and don't understand shit like that, which is just weird as hell. I'm not trying to show too much hate to Cody. I mean, a little bit is given, which I don't want to show too much because this, again, isn't proven. This is all just alleged. I don't want to go too, in depth here. Well, not too in depth, but you know what I mean. But still, I mean, if it is true, it's fucking dumb and disgusting that he went along with it whenever she was 17 and he fucking knew. And he was 25. If you were a bit younger, I would make arguments for you like, oh, maybe you just didn't know, or you just weren't wise enough to understand. But you were 25, brother. Halfway to 30. How do you not understand right from wrong in this instance? It's just fucking dumb as hell.
To be clear, 17 is under the age of consent in many states, including Florida, where Playlist Live used to take place. So this means that Tana Mojo is accusing you of statutory rape, and she's not trying to hide that.
This isn't just some crazy tea. It was a crime.
Nothing would make this situation better, but plenty of things make it worse, like the fact that she was a fan of yours at the time, adding an additional layer to the power dynamic you would have had over her.
I grew up loving him, and I think you know what I mean? Like, I was just like excited and a fan.
This is another thing that I think makes the situation 10 times fucking stranger, the fact that she was a fan. Now, I know Mr. Wallace says this in his video, but I'm going to reiterate it in my own. The fact that she was a fan gave him probably 1,000 times more pull than if he was just a random guy at that party. I'm sure we would all like to meet our favorite streamers and YouTubers, and I'm sure, some of you wacky lobsters would like to get a little down and dirty with your favorite streamers or YouTubers. But in this instance, it's just weird as fuck given the age gap. I know that's pretty much all I've really said, but that's the part that I just can't get over. How are you going to be a 25-year-old YouTuber boogieing down with a 17-year-old in a state where that is not legal? It's just weird as fuck, and you should have known the laws of the state, man. Like, what are you fucking doing? I mean, even then, morally, it's not right. Laws aside, morally, it's wrong, but still.
This is really bad. People make accusations all the time, specifically regarding things that are very difficult to prove or disprove, unfortunate as that may be. But when somebody makes an allegation and they say they have a witness, and that witness can be found telling the exact same story years before any of this came out, that's not something I can just ignore. In a situation that cannot be proven, corroboration by a third party goes a long way. And frankly, Cody, the allegations against you seem to have been corroborated. But instead of researching to find these answers like I did, many of your fans seem far more interested in attacking your accuser.
I have seen so many comments, but what was she wearing? It's Tana, so who cares? Well, it's Tana Mojo.
The reaction to this has been unsurprising but incredibly disappointing, demanding proof that they know she can't provide, acting like she's only doing this to gain clout or ruin you somehow, despite the fact that she's never once put your name in a video title over this.
I think if Tana Mojo wanted to milk this shit for views, she very well could, as Cody is a relatively big name on this platform. So having him in your title and having the title involving him tickling you, your title is going to probably go crazy and get a shit ton of views. I'll be honest though, I think the reason she didn't milk the situation for views is either because she didn't think people would believe her or because it actually bothered her. And I know there are probably going to be some people saying, oh, well, I mean, they were making out, so of course they were going to hook up. Not everyone really wants to do that. Just not really. They won't just want to make out and be done with it. They don't want to go any further either because they don't think they're ready or due to religious reasons. Not all makeout sessions have to end in intercourse. I mean, most of them do, because you're in the mood. But still, that's not how they all have to go or will go. I think the reason Tana didn't milk this for views, as I said before, was either probably because it bothered her or, she didn't think people would believe her, which I don't think that you should milk something like this for views, but you also shouldn't be scared to come out about it. If this ever happens to you or anyone underage, no matter the size of their creator or whoever it was, there's no reason to be afraid of coming out and talking about it and exposing that person for the piece of shit they are. There's no reason to keep it hidden because at the end of the day, the only one you're hurting is yourself by doing that. But I think I'm going to leave it here. I will leave D'Angelo Wallace's video in the description if you'd like to go check it out. It's a very, very good video. I highly recommend it. I will be covering this situation more if there's any updates. Hopefully he actually responds, unlike Alex's dumbass. Maybe Cody will actually say something. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do leave a like and subscribe. Thank you all, so much for 600 subs. It means the world to me. And, the next goal is definitely 1K. I'm very confident that we can hit that. I really appreciate all you guys' support with the videos. It's just been great. I've been loving this whole YouTube thing, which is honestly insane considering I started this channel just as a joke and now I'm generally starting to enjoy it. It's fucking wild. But with that, I'm a dip.